Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on the final WYLN News broadcast. I'm multimedia journalist Preston Endress. Now, authorities have released new charges and information on a murder that happened February 2024. Sarah Doyle and Desiree Linne have been charged in the torture and death of 69-year-old Deborah Fox back in February 2024. Doyle and Linne have previously been charged for the death of 38-year-old Nicole Cuevas, who was held in a basement, tortured, and eventually murdered at a house on Carlisle Street in South Wilkes-Barre. The killing was witnessed by a child who told investigators under fear of the same fate happening to them, and police then found the owner of the home, Deborah Fox, dead in the woods near the Cross Valley Expressway. Then investigators have been trying to find the cause of her death and have come to the conclusion that the deaths of Cuevas and Fox are related. Doyle and Linne were among 5 people who have been charged for the death of Cuevas, and now the 2 are charged in the death of Fox. It looks like a month-long investigation can finally be closed, and it was one within the area. According to the West Hazleton Borough Police, they obtained a search warrant at a residence on Lawson Street in Conyngham Borough, in which the warrant was carried out for alleged sales and trafficking of serious narcotics throughout the area of Hazleton. The ability to acquire the warrant was all thanks to investigators who conducted numerous controlled purchases of drugs. The police arrested Jose Vasquez, age 45, who was found with suspected cocaine. Not to mention a dog was found in the residence with apparent injuries, possibly suffering a lot of abuse and neglect within the house. And within the house, the police seized the cocaine, cash, materials for packaging narcotics, all for the sales of distribution. Because of all this, Jose Vasquez is facing multiple drug-related charges. The customers of United Gas Improvement Corps, or UGI, could likely be seeing an increase on their bills later this year. On Wednesday, January 28th, the gas division of UGI Utilities filed a request with the Pennsylvania Public Utility Commission, or PUC, to raise its base rates for commercial, residential, and industrial customers. The requested amount goes by $99,400,000 annually. The monthly bill in total for customers would increase by about 8.7% if the increase is approved. UGI is requesting for the new rates to take effect at the end of March. A man was hospitalized after being hit by a vehicle in Luzerne County. On Wednesday night, police were called to a report of a vehicle striking a pedestrian on the 400 block of Main Street in Plymouth, according to Police Captain Michael Thomas. The roadway was closed for an hour and was reopened after the pedestrian was taken to a nearby hospital. There has been no word on if the man suffered any injuries or what the condition he is in.
Coming up on WYLN News, a mother-daughter dynamic duo is helping young figure skaters in Luzerne County with handmade costumes. Plus, we conclude our last news segment with a special message from WYLN. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network, part of Jefferson Health. With LVHN Same Day, Next Day Cancer Care, you can get a video visit with a clinician within 48 hours following a cancer diagnosis. Learn more at lvhn.org/cancercare. We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Solo spaceman.
Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30. Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Attention WYLN viewers, WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazleton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network.
Welcome back to WYLN News. We have an inspiring mother-daughter dynamic coming up. A Luzerne County woman is being a big help to aspiring young figure skaters, as she is providing them with handmade costumes. Mary Hurt, owner of Harmony's Ice Closet, assists in taking materials such as rhinestones, fabric, thread, and converting them into figure skating costumes. Hurt's hard work is majorly supported by her own daughter, Harmony, who became a figure skater herself in the last 5 years. According to Hurt, watching the Olympics involves watching figure skating competitions, and one major thing noticed is how glittery they are. And when she had an inherent desire to make costumes, all she could think about was being a great mother and provide for Harmony for life. Harmony and her friends are among Hurt's top clients, and watching the girls perform wearing her own work is something that Hurt will never get bored of. A lot of skaters find inspiration from Olympic-style costumes, but each dress is unique when coming from Harmony's Ice Closet. Firefighters in Luzerne County remind residents to check their sidewalks if the hydrants are buried in snow, which can cause a safety hazard. Firefighters say that buried hydrants can slow down their process in case of an emergency, where every second matters. Crews would need to access water, clear space to work, and room to connect hoses all in a quick pace. A fire chief from the Hunlock Creek Volunteer Fire Company says that if it's buried, they are not going to see it and we may overlook it. Firefighters say that the residents with a hydrant nearby should clear snow at least 1 foot on each side in case of an emergency. For the last story of this segment, it is fitting having it be our final story, as the final note is quite bittersweet. WYLN TV 35 has been a local news network for at least 20 years. It has had numerous pieces of content. For the last 3 years, I have helped to provide counties like Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties receive some of the most informative news stories, and also there were entertaining talk show segments. Whether it would be hearing Luzerne County Manager Romilda Crocomo talk about updates on Luzerne County's government, Trooper and Officer Anthony Petrosky giving advice on being a lawful citizen, Community Engagement Manager Lisa Marie Halicki talk with doctors on various medical studies, Hazleton Art Director Mark Peterson talk about some exciting upcoming events for the Art League, and PA State Representative Dane Watrow updating everyone on our state's government. We showed some great football and basketball games, all thanks to the Hazleton area Cougars. It looks like things are going in a different direction, as WYLN has entered an agreement with Lighthouse TV, based in Allentown. According to Lighthouse TV manager Keith Blaisdell, the mission is to provide great content that enriches people's lives and is faith-filled. The programming is broad in range and appeal, and they'll take a daily look at world events through a Christian lens. I do indeed love the enthusiasm. Well, this has been Preston Endress, multimedia journalist at WYLN TV 35, signing off. Thanks for watching.
Coming up on the Hazleton Area's News Choice, Luzerne County Manager Romilda Crocomo is back with this week's last Crocomo's County Report. Plus, WYLN historian Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Hazelton Part 3. I'm Joel Cordero. Stay with us on WYLN. Thank you for watching.
It's cold out there. Call S.J. Kowalski for the best products and solutions to help lower your energy costs and keep your family safe and comfortable this winter. Our professional team has unparalleled experience with all the latest innovative types of heating systems. We're a Lennox premier dealer, installing high-quality equipment, providing the ultimate experience in comfort and climate control while being energy efficient. S.J. Kowalski, heating and cooling the way the earth intended.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
WYLN TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
Are you sitting at home living in pain? Maybe it's in your hands, maybe your back or your hips. The good news is you don't need to live in pain. Why? Because there is Omega XL, a one-of-a-kind, natural, powerful joint relief supplement created from the green lip mussels of New Zealand. Drug-free, non-habit forming, it's small, easy to swallow, and it's backed by more than 40 years of clinical research. As I was getting older, my joints started to feel that wear and tear. But then I tried Omega XL and it changed my life. If you're experiencing daily aches and pains due to aging and overuse, try Omega XL and see the difference it can make in your life.
Buy one, get two free. 2 bottles of Omega XL plus Vitamin XL D3, a value of more than $85. Call today and you pay only $39.95. Plus, you have nothing to lose because it's backed by our 60-day money-back guarantee. Call now.
When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
Hi, welcome to the final Crocomo's County Report. I'm the host today, Preston Andrus, and here with me is my good friend, Romelda Crocomo. Romelda, how are you?
I'm feeling better. I had knee replacement surgery, and everything is going well, and I'm back and better than ever, ready for opening day.
Yeah, and I'm glad that everything turned out fine. Because it was probably a long recovery process, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, it's still ongoing, but it's worth it.
Okay,
so.
Well, good. I had to do the last report solo and act like, oh no, where is she?
Yeah, well, we're here, and this is, it was really great to get to know you and the staff at WYLN, and I want to thank WYLN for being a part of the region and getting information out, much needed information out. Not only about the county, but the state and the city, and you'll be missed.
Yeah, you will be missed. I'll be missed, especially me.
Yeah.
Now regarding Luzerne County, is there anything today that you were thinking of bringing up, despite the fact that it's quite the end?
Well, it's not the end of Luzerne County.
Oh, good.
We are here, and we're better than ever. I want to really a big shout out to our road crew during the storm.
Oh, yeah.
You have to remember, we have 120 miles of bridges, and we have 38 buildings, and we have 300 bridges, 120 miles of roads. And they worked really for days to get our roads in shape and get our buildings ready for the public to get back in, and the staff. Really kudos to them, and kudos to our emergency services, which is our EMA and our 911. These people, they have to go in and they have to work during the storm, and they did a great job. So I want to thank them. And I just want to remind the viewers that our council meetings are on the second and the fourth Tuesday of the month. We have them by Zoom, and then you can watch them on our website if you miss them live. And in February, I will be giving my State of the County, so you'll hear more about that as well.
Wow, that's quite positive, positive news to hear about, and I'm so glad that they worked hard to clear up everything in Luzerne, because, man, it's been at least a week of hassle.
Oh.
And, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that my trip to New York was before all that, because that would have been a nightmare to deal with.
Yeah, you couldn't travel in that snow that we got.
And thankfully, since it's Luzerne County, I'll be actually tomorrow. When this is coming out today. So tomorrow I'll be going to Wilkes-Barre because I'm seeing Jerry Seinfeld. And
you're gonna have fun at the Kirby. The Kirby's a great institution, and if you haven't been able to get up there, it's worth the trip. They have really great performers, and it's just a beautiful building.
And wish me luck. I hope I'm chosen for this NEPA talent thing that's coming up in March. I just auditioned, so
good for you.
I just hope it's me. Oh man, so anything else later this year that for Luzerne County that you would think is noteworthy, or did you give everything you think?
Yeah, well, we are continuing to be efficient and trying to be financially responsible. We did not have to take a tax anticipation note, which is a short-term loan that we use governments use it at the beginning of the year to pay their bills. We don't have to do that, which means we don't have to pay the interest. So we're going to continue to do that. I'm going to have town halls in various locations of the county, and we're just continuing to move Luzerne County forward. It's a gem of northeastern Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I am starting to get tax forms for stuff I did in the mail.
It's that time of year. That's time of year.
It is that time, and I'll be sure to get on that, because I do not want any federal crimes.
No, can't have that.
Well, I'm glad this was all possible.
It was great. It was a great journey.
It really was. Normally this is a Monday thing, but for the exception of the final week, we are doing this on a Thursday, so what's the harm in a little leeway?
Yeah, changing it up a little bit is good. Change is not necessarily bad.
So, well, that'll do for this final Kokomo's County report. And thanks for watching. And Imelda, it's been a
pleasure. Stay well.
That's okay. We will. Stay well, everyone.
All right.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. On January 21st, 2026, Triple J licensee of WYLN-CD Channel 26, Hazleton, PA, W36EY-D Channel 36, Berwick, PA, and W09DB-D Channel 9, Williamsport, PA, filed an application with the Federal Communications Commission for assignment of license. Members of the public wishing to view this application or obtain information about how to file comments and petitions on the application can visit publicfiles.fcc.gov and search in the WYLN-CD public file.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I end up going to a dentist and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found this, the Brooks night guard. This was a game changer. It's smaller than other night guards that I tried, which is a good thing because it doesn't make me gag. It could fit on the top or the bottom of the teeth. It's lightweight and super comfortable. Now the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to bruxnightguard.com and order yours today. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Go to bruxnightguard.com and use the promo code to activate your special TV offer. That's bruxnightguard.com. Order today and take advantage of this special TV offer. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Hello, I'm Wyln historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
Hi, my name is Maya, and I am 8 years old, and tomorrow the weather will be partly cloudy.
The early 1900s would also see Hazleton give a major start to the entertainment world, as February 18, 1919 would mark the birth of Volodymyr Polaniuk, the son of Ukrainian immigrant miners. Briefly a miner himself as a child, Polaniuk would have a short career as a boxer under the name Jack Brazzo before deciding, after service in the Army Air Corps in World War II, that he preferred acting. He made his premiere on Broadway in The Big Two, around which time he changed his name to Jack Palance. His big break would come as Marlon Brando's understudy as Stanley Kowalski in A Streetcar Named Desire, and he would eventually replace Brando in the role on stage. Palance made his film debut in Elie Kazan's Panic on the Streets in 1950. In his third film, Sudden Fear, he received an Oscar nomination for his role as would-be murderer Lester Blaine. A second Oscar nomination followed 2 years later for playing cold-hearted outlaw Jack Wilson in Shane. Palance became a steady presence on screen the ensuing decades, appearing in such films as Flight to Tangier and The Lonely Man. He also frequently appeared on television, including a turn as Count Dracula in 1973. After spending much of the 1970s filming in Italy, Palance came back to the United States, where he had hosted Ripley's Believe It or Not on television for 4 seasons. He gained immortality to generations X and Y as mob boss Carl Grissom, whose attempted double-crossing of the soon-to-be Joker backfired horribly on him in Tim Burton's Batman 1989. Palance would finally win an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor as Wise Cowboy Curly in City Slickers in 1991. He celebrated his win by doing several one-armed push-ups on stage. Despite his move to Hollywood, Palance never forgot where he came from and returned to the Hazleton area, where he had a farm in the Butler Valley north of the city frequently throughout his life. Jack Palance died in 2006. And like many cities, Hazleton would have several notable movie theaters over the years. The Alton Theater operated on Alter Street from 1938 to 1959, when it was converted into a bowling alley. The Grand Theater opened on West Broad Street in 1922, although it had a previous life as the Grand Opera House beginning in 1889. It operated through 1977 and was torn down in 1981. The Feely Theater stood in the corner of North Wyoming and East Green Streets. It was in operation from 1960 to 1976 and was the site of the world premiere of The Molly Maguires in January 1970. The Diamond Theater stood on Alter Street from 1913 through the mid-1960s. The Family Theater, which had previously been known as Hazel Hall, first opened as a vaudeville house in 1905 and then converted to movies in 1915. It operated through 1955. On the north side of Hazleton, the Churchill Cinema opened in April 1969 outside the Churchill Mall. Originally one large theater, it was subdivided several times over the years, ultimately leading to a somewhat confusing layout inside. The Churchill Cinema closed in 2000, and today its building is home to a Chinese restaurant. During the Roaring '20s, Hazleton made a large stride forward in local education when, in 1928, it opened a brand new high school on East 9th Street. Although it would not officially gain its nickname the Castle for some time, it was a landmark of school architecture for the time. The castle remained the site of Hazleton High School up till 1992, when it merged with West Hazelton and Freeland High Schools to create Hazelton Area High School. The current high school is located at the end of West 23rd Street, and the castle is currently the home of the Wilsey Center for the Performing Arts. 2 years before the opening of the new high school, Hazelton also had gotten a new football stadium. Originally named Bueller Field, it kept this name for its first 13 seasons of Mountaineer football before being renamed in October 1939 in honor of former Hazelton School District administrators D.A. Harmon and J. Donald Geist. For over 90 years, autumn nights in Hazelton have not been the same without a trip to Harmon Geist Stadium to see Hazelton High, West Hazelton High, and now Hazelton Area in action. Hazelton has also been a longtime basketball powerhouse as well, with St. Joseph's Gymnasium also hosting Mountaineer basketball from 1952 to 1992. Hazelton High School won state basketball championships in 1929, 1931, and 1938. Both the Hazelton Mountaineers and Hazelton Area Cougars will have tremendous success under longtime coach Bruce Leib, who won over 600 games in his career, the majority of them in Hazelton, and he memorably led the very first Hazelton Area Cougars basketball team to the state championship game in 1993. Hazelton Area girls basketball has also become a powerhouse under longtime coach Joe Gavio, who has won over 500 games and multiple Wyoming Valley Conference and District 2 championships in over 30 years at the helm. Back in the 30s, though, Hazelton High School wasn't the only team in town called the Mountaineers. Beginning in 1929 and continuing on and off until 1950, Hazelton hosted a minor league baseball team that originally also took the Mountaineers' name. Playing at Cranberry Ballpark, the Mountaineers originally competed in the New York Penn League, the forerunner of today's AA Eastern League, and were affiliated with the Phillies from 1934 to 1936. Later iterations of the club were farm teams of the Red Sox and later the Dodgers. The 1938 version, then a Red Sox affiliate, made all the way to the finals of what had then officially been renamed the Eastern League. In the late 40s, Hazelton would also have a basketball team named the Mountaineers. This team competed in the Eastern Professional Basketball League, in later years renamed the Continental Basketball Association, and was the first team in the league to have an integrated roster, as Bill Brown, Zach Clayton, and John Isaacs would break the color barrier with the Mountaineers. A later franchise, the Hazelton Hawks, was founded in 1955, 3 years after the second version of the Mountaineers had folded. The 1956-57 iteration of the Hawks was the first to have an all-black starting lineup. The Hawks continued soaring in the local court until 1962, with later Temple coaching legend John Cheney playing for them in the franchise's last 2 seasons. Another team bearing the Hawks name debuted in 1993 in the Atlantic Basketball Association, but would last only 1 season. Hazelton's baseball fans would also want their own to cheer for in the big leagues in the 1930s and 40s. Mike Tresh had been born in the city in 1914, the son of immigrants from Galicia, in today's Poland and Ukraine. He made his debut as a catcher with the Chicago White Sox, with whom he would spend the majority of his career, in 1938. He would have the honor of catching every single one of the White Sox's games in 1945, making him one of only 3 catchers to do so in the 20th century. His best season would be 1940, when he managed 135 hits and 64 RBIs. Tresh retired after 1 final season with the then Cleveland Indians in 1949, with a career 249 average, 2 home runs, and 295 RBIs. After retirement, he worked for the Ford Motor Company. Mike Tresh died in 1966 and rested in Michigan Memorial Park in Flat Rock, Michigan. His son, Tom Tresh, would have a solid career with the New York Yankees and Detroit Tigers from 1961 to 1969. For many years, as the 1940s began, Hazelton had ruled supreme over the coal fields of eastern Pennsylvania. But the outside world could not be kept out of the mountains forever. On December 7, 1941, everything changed for the United States with the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. It particularly changed everything for one Hazelton family, who learned their son had been one of the victims of the attack. Arthur Joseph Gardner grew up in the hamlet of Junedale outside Hazelton proper, and graduated from Hazelton High School in the class of 1938. He enlisted in the Navy after graduation, and was serving aboard the USS Helena at Pearl Harbor when it was hit in the attack. In the blink of an eye, his life was snuffed out at only 21. Gardner was initially buried in Hawaii, but his family fought hard to have his remains returned to northeastern Pennsylvania. Eventually, their wish was granted. Today, Arthur Gardner rests with his family in the Tyrolean Catholic Cemetery in Shepton. But the Save Hazelton never forgot his sacrifice and found the proper way to honor him. When the parkway in the south end of the state opened to traffic, it was named in Gardner's honor.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.